felicitate.
We have a question answer session.
Okay.
I'm sure all of you will have a lot of questions, but then please remember many of us also have other issues which we don't want to delay for health reasons, we don't want to delay the lunch which is waiting outside. At the same time, compliment NVS for sticking to his time management. Please, sir, another facet. I said 45 minutes to the dot. He has done his time management. But then I'm sure you have a lot of questions, so I would request you. Before I hand over the mic to some of you who might like to ask questions, on behalf of AIRROA, let me assure you two things which we will request NVS to help us on. One is, which we have already briefly mentioned, a visit to Uppal Depot and the control center. We will plan it out. All of you are interested, please give your names or put it in the group which we have. The other thing is, leaving this session like this will not mean anything. I'm sure at least 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 of you would like to see whether you are fit for a job. You would like, it's there in you, the passion is there in you. Officers Association will take the responsibility to help you out make your CV. Because I know how difficult it is for us to making out our CVs. We'll make it in a fashion which will be suitable. And I'll take the help of NVS. We will sit down in the executive committee and make out this brief. I'm sure many of you, the starting point itself may be a problem. So we'll help you out in that. So now, please, I hand over to anybody who has questions. You're most welcome.
Before that, Mr. DVS Raju is here, one of our retired chief electrical engineers. Okay, CE, he's working with us. You can be in touch with him. Okay, and a couple of others are also there. His assistants, and Ramchandran is there. Who else is there? Yeah, Ramchandran is there. Then a few more are here. You can take their help actually. See, they will coordinate. And now Raju is the contact point.
Yeah, in fact, Raju is one of our most legendary officers who has done excellent work in the railways during the 75-year awardee presentations. We heard about, the good work he has done. Yeah, so questions, please. Question answer session, please.
Sir, during my service, I never had an occasion to travel by metro, but recently I have used it and I appreciated like anything, sir. Here my question is, for senior citizens, they have provided 2 bays, and it is, of course, being very useful. I thought it is, if I go, it will be a lot of rush will be there. But the moment I'm going, senior citizens, even though it is occupied by some other youngsters, they are being vacated. So my suggestion would be, it should be increased to at least to another bay, and that will be great help, sir, because I could see a lot of senior citizens also still standing, and that is very, very, in just 45 minutes, I could reach Miyapur, 25 minutes to Amirpet. And second is, some of the trains are getting terminated during peak hours at this en route, sir. That is giving confusion because all of us has to get down, and again these 2 trains load the next train has to take. So that kind of planning, I think it requires attention, sir. Thank you.
Issues which you have raised, this is the problem which we frequently get complaints on. This senior citizens seats being occupied by youngsters. Unfortunately, it's a social problem. I've got my security team. We keep sending security people. They try to persuade them to vacate so that senior citizens can sit. But to increase, it will be difficult because I have demands from different labeled people. They want more seats for them. Okay, women, they are saying that half a coach we have kept for women. They are requesting for more. So to increase the seats for senior citizens will be difficult, but we'll try to control this. 6 coach, again, the issue is actually, already L&T is in deep losses. They are not able to get, right now, tomorrow day after you will hear on this actually. See, we are now trying to get coaches, another 60 coaches we are trying to get. See, it's like this, we have 57 trains. With 57 trains, we are able to do about 1100 trips per day. Okay. If we increase by another 4 or 5 trains during the peak hour, most of the problem will be solved. And again, the other issue which you mentioned it, sometimes what we are doing is, because of the heavy rush, in the busiest section, we are doing short loop services actually, closed loop services, especially for example between Amirpet and Raidurg. Again, Hyderabad traffic is a peculiar traffic. Morning is one direction, reverse is another direction. So morning traffic is towards Raidurg, evening traffic is towards this side, Uppal, etc. So to overcome that, actually we are introducing these short loop services. End to end we can't do it. That's how we're able to achieve 2.5 minute frequency with the existing trains. All the 57 trains actually we are pressing them into service. In fact, this doesn't happen. Normally you are supposed to keep about 20% reserve for maintenance, etc. But we are trying to manage. That's the issue. Yes.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. I'm a retired traffic officer. So I got a lot of details about the metro operations, sensors, automation, stopping, caution order, spots, regulation, everything automatic. I once visited the control center. But only my one request, sir. Can we permitted to travel in cab on a special permission to take a pass? So that I want to learn something, observe on the system of functioning of the metro trains.
You want a pass?
Pass to travel in cab along with the loco pilot.
With permission? No, loco pilot normally we don't permit actually. Exception we can make, but there are issues. Normally loco pilot is not allowed.
At least in rear cab, sir, while train is. Actually, we want to observe, I want to observe something more on the metro. Automatic functioning, what is working.
See, no, outsiders it's difficult. Even our officers only we don't permit.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Yeah, I think we must view it also from the point of view of safety, because we don't know the systems and permissions for especially retired officers. Even serving officers have not been given permissions. I'm sure general managers and others, unless they're VIPs, I don't think they have traveled. But yeah, I think someday we'll all hope for such things. Good.
Good morning, sir. I am Subbarao, PV Subbarao, Deputy Chief Engineer, retired. Reddy garu, Sridharan garu Metro Man of India aithe, Meru Metro Man of Hyderabad. Thank you. Congratulations. Then my doubt is, when state was bifurcated, there was a rumor that L&T wanted to go away because it is not profitable. Normally, nobody would like to leave any project when it is viable and profitable. Why they are leaving now? Why they are decided to leave now, in spite of metro being very popular and running full always? Can you elucidate?
No doubt, as I mentioned, O&M wise, operationally, L&T is making good money. But because of the huge debt burden, we are incurring losses. Okay, the loss is coming to about minimum 800 crore per annum. Already the entire equity got wiped out. Their equity is about 5,000 crore that got wiped out. Okay, so under these circumstances, that was one aspect. And second aspect, Government of India has said they put a lot of conditions. Of course, there's a lot of politics also. I will not get into all that. Between central government and state government, there is an issue. Okay, central government said, how are you going to integrate a private sector metro, and next phase you are saying that you will do it as a government metro. How do you do that? I tried to convince them. It's our own railway colleague is there, sitting there in Mahua. But unfortunately, because of bigger issues, okay, they kept on raising this, saying that no, unless and until you make certain agreements, which is difficult, L&T refused to make those agreements. As a result, ultimately, the state government thought over, decided to take over. Taking over, actually, see, we're not losing anything. L&T lost its entire equity of 5,000 crore. They have spent about 1,900 crore, their own money, in the project. Total project cost is 22,000 crore. 19,000 crore they have spent on their own. Okay, so the equity is ruled out. So we said we take over the debt of now 13,000 debt is left actually. That 13,000 crore we take over and 2,000 crore we give initially there are some. So ultimately the agreement is that 15,000 crore we give it to them. For that we are getting an asset worth about 25,000 crore today. If I have to build this metro, minimum it will cost 25,000 crore.
One last question, if anybody wants, otherwise we'll proceed on with the one last question. Anybody? Okay, so thank you NVS for that immediate response. I'm sure there are a lot of things he would share with us in smaller groups, because you know this is being telecast live and there are certain issues which are still to be resolved. We all hope for the very best, because NVS is still continuing with the government and I'm sure Metro will continue to be in his safe hands. And we'll move on. Indra can take.
We wish to acknowledge your services. We were shocked to listen that your effigies were burnt. But I feel they're all now blessings, and you live 100 years to do a lot more and achieve a lot more. They have all turned into blessings. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. And now we are waiting to felicitate our chief guest. I request our president, vice president, and
Friends, at the outset, let me first thank the managing committee of the association for asking me to be the chief guest for today's function. I feel it is a great honor and a privilege to be associated, and particularly to honor the great achievement of Mr. N.V.S. Reddy. See, one of the most things I have noticed is that over a period of time, when we started this association, sometimes in 1985, around 90 at that time, the association has grown from very small group of people, about less than 100, to today I think is more than 2,000 or something like that. And the activities have also grown so far the welfare of the retired officers and their families is concerned. But one of the most distinguishing features that I find have been introduced by the new managing committee under Mr. Venkateshwar is that incorporating in the quarterly meeting the agenda the concept of honoring some railway officers who have excelled in fields outside railways. It is normally for people who have done excellent work in the railways, we honor them during this Railway Week awards by Railway. But this concept is, I think, is unique in the sense that it's been done first time by the Railway Officers, Retired Officers Association. I hope the administration will also take a leaf out of this, and they start honoring people at the All India level also. There is one thing. This is where I must congratulate Venkateshwar and his team. The second thing is I would like to, you see, I don't like to take much time, but I feel privileged and honored to be honoring this achiever, Mr. N.V.S. Reddy, whom I had known for several years when he was there. See, when I just came to this railway, I was posted in 1988 as FNCO. I found that there is a bunch of officers, youngsters, full of enthusiasm, and I find I was amazed at the amount of technical ability that these officers possessed, which made, of course, life very comfortable for me as the head of this organization. Anyway, but I find that they have done excellent well. See, in one thing is that by honoring such people who have done excellent work, it is only a question of honoring ourselves. And also because it creates so much of positivity in the organization and sets the high standards of morale, which also helps us in leading a much better life with a positive. And then it also provides a lot of encouragement and inspiration for others to do well in all this. Anyway, thank you very much for this.
I must tell one thing. Two bosses. My first boss was Venkateshwar's wife, Mrs. Rajalakshmi. She gave me full freedom and mentored me initially. And Mr. V.S. Shastri. My God, the kind of liberties all of us have taken Mr. V.S. Shastri, the less said the better. But he used to, like an elder brother, he mentored us so much. And Mr. Balchandran is another, he is here. All of us, all of them actually see, they have taught us. That's how today, whatever we are, because of people like these, whether it is Mr. V.S. Shastri, Mr. Balchandran, and many other people stalwarts. So I'm thankful to all of them. Thank you very much.
Would now like to felicitate our chief guest. I request our president, Shri N.V.S. Reddy Garu, secretary, vice president, all of them to join for the felicitation, please. Thank you, sir, for accepting our felicitation. Leadership is not about positions, but about giving right direction and impetus to wherever you are. We are indeed fortunate to have a self-driven, innovative, and dynamic president. Now I request him to kindly address the gathering.
By now, we have completed, this present executive committee has completed 7 general bodies meetings with all of you. It is so gratifying that this term you have given us has really enabled my team, my executive team, to bring out new innovations and make this meeting more interesting. I don't wish to go into details. There are 2 issues I want to bring to your notice. This body, surely we have set some standards, but I wish that we look forward to many of you coming forward to join the team. The term of this group will be over in April. 2-year term, we started in April 24, it will be over in the next quarterly. I request many of you to now, having seen what is possible, what we all can do collectively, I want many of you to come forward. There will be no dearth of positions in this executive committee because there is so much work to be done. As somebody said, you have subcommittees, we want more of that to happen. We have subcommittees, we have conveners, we don't have volunteers to join these committees. And that is why these activities are not going at the pace some of you would like to happen. Of course, I would love to take forward this maybe in much more greater frequencies, but I know quarterly is perhaps the best we can do. So 2 things. I urge you, each one of you present here, and please talk to your colleagues and also those who are viewing this on YouTube. Please come forward and strengthen our hands. Officers Association will actually be perhaps more active than the Serving Officers Association. That is my goal. What we could not do while we were in service, we should do. And that is what NVS, today's keynote speaker, has proved. That retirement is not a bar for excelling. Of course, he did excel during his service too. Many of us have. But today, we must take it forward. There is a lot of potential in all of us. Keep yourself healthy for that first. So, for healthy, we believe in giving you good food, healthy food. So before we conclude this entire session, I thank all of you for having come in such large numbers. We have made arrangements. We said two things. One is a visit to Metro Center, and the other thing is, of course, helping you join metros. Please remember, metros are not only in Hyderabad. I'm sure some of you won't mind going and working or working offline for other metros coming up in the country. And we will give you forms for filling in your nominations or joining as volunteers to this association body. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Just now I'm informed that Sri Somyajul Garu has attended this meeting for the first time. Is pleased to announce rupees 4,000 rupees as donation to the association. Thank you very much, sir. Gratitude completes every gathering. Now I request Sri Sharma Garu to come and propose the vote of thanks. I request Mr. Shakil Ahmed, our member, to kindly come on and wait for the national anthem, please.
సభకు నమస్కారం. నా పేరు GVS శర్మ, ఈసీ మెంబర్ని, రిటైర్డ్ సీనియర్ డిఎం వాల్టేర్. గోరుగొంతుల శర్మ అని వాట్సాప్లో ఉంటుంది. రెస్పెక్టెడ్ ప్రెసిడెంట్, distinguished guests, senior members and dear members of the association, the general body. On behalf of the AIRROA, it is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I sincerely thank our two eminent guests, Sri V.S. Shastri Garu, our chief guest, Sri N.V.S. Reddy Garu, our new achiever, for graciously accepting our invitation and for enriching this meeting with their valuable presence and thoughtful insights. We are deeply grateful to the Rail Club management for kindly providing us with the well-maintained hall, which enabled us to conduct today's meeting comfortably and successfully. We sincerely thank to the South Central Railway for arranging PA system, and similarly display and live streaming teams for their excellent technical support, ensuring smooth conduct of the proceedings throughout the program. I also thank the executive committee members, volunteers, and all those who have contributed to the success of the general body meeting. I also thank Sri Somyajul Garu for his generous donation. Finally, I once again thank everyone for their valuable and cooperation. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sharma Garu, for thanking all of us. It's been indeed a day of meaningful discussions, valuable insights, and inspiring messages. We look forward to meet all of you in the next quarter, that is April 18th. And till then, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay active, and keep in touch with AIRROA. Our website is there. You can always communicate, contact. We are all available in the Railway Officers Club once in a month, etc. So thank you very much for sparing your valuable time. I request Mr. Shakil Ahmed to render the national anthem. Thank you.
I would request everyone to please stand up for the national anthem. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय है भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उच्चल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्ज्वल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे चाहे तव शुभ नाश समाए गाहे तब जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय है भारत भाग्य विधाता जय है जय है जय है जय 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 है जय हिंद
Request all the members to join for a delicious hot lunch. All the EC members may kindly stay back the stage. Thank
Yeah, EC members kindly come onto the stage, please. Executive committee members.